MMO players tend to be tribal. Not every player, of course, and there are varying levels of tribalism. The most vocal tend to be the most tribal, it seems, in a lot of cases. Now, I will never tell anyone how to think. That is never my goal. If you want to love your MMO and hate all other MMOs, that is your prerogative, and I'm not here to say that is right or wrong. But what I do want to offer is an alternative way of thinking. If you give what I am about to say a fair shot and hear me out fully, and still want to hate all other MMOs except your own, I accept that. What is interesting about this tribalism is that it is not even just relegated to released MMOs. It has now transcended to in-development MMOs. I guess that might be partially due to the lack of good MMOs and so many MMO players sitting on the sidelines waiting for a good new MMO. As someone that has a YouTube channel that almost exclusively focuses on in-development MMOs at the moment, I have noticed this tribalism firsthand. Now, I know YouTube comments are not a great metric for taking the pulse of the entire MMO fanbase by any stretch, but I do think there are rivalries already starting between several big upcoming MMOs created solely by their diehard fanbases. Most notably, I've seen this tribalism in the form of the Riot MMO and Ashes of Creation. These are quite possibly the most anticipated in-development MMOs, so I get why that is occurring. I think I might be in the minority when I say that I am truly looking forward to seeing more from both of these projects, and dare I say, I truly want both to succeed. And it is not just these two projects that I want to succeed. I want Pantheon to succeed. They have some incredible ideas that I would love to see make it to launch. Throne and Liberty, the new Amazon and ZeniMax MMOs, and Raph Koster's Playable Worlds are just a few other projects I would love to see succeed. I could go on for a long time because there are a lot of MMOs on the horizon right now. For me, the ideal situation would be for every upcoming MMO to succeed. Now, of course, the realist in me realizes that is very unlikely, but I truly think quite possibly the biggest problem the MMO genre has had for a very long time is a lack of competition. For the longest time, it was WoW and everybody else. Now we have WoW, Final Fantasy XIV, and everybody else. There is no variety. There is nothing new to get excited about, which is why I am so excited about the diverse set of MMOs that are in development. Of course, Ashes of Creation is the one that fits my style the most, in theory at least, but because I have been burned before, as have so many others, I am keeping my eye on several upcoming MMOs as well, just in case. It is hard to play more than one MMO, which I think is part of what causes the tribalism. You want to see the game you choose to sink all your time into do well. Competition breeds excellence is basically the overarching point that I am trying to make here, and as I have said, there has not been enough competition. I am rooting for all these projects to succeed. Success does not have to mean millions of active players either. World of Warcraft, I think, altered people's perceptions of what success means for an MMO. It completely depends on the scope and cost to develop and maintain the game on how many players an MMO needs to be a viable product. EVE Online has around 170,000 active players and does very well financially with those numbers. A game the scale and scope of Ashes of Creation almost certainly will need more active players than that. Others might do just fine with less players. Either way, that is the alternative thought I want to plant in people's heads. That is how I am approaching the future of the MMO genre, and if we can get several of these new MMOs to succeed, I think the MMO genre will finally be on the right track again. If you liked this video, consider subscribing, and with that, I will see you in the next video.